Let us now continue with the Jewish holy books, and now we are going to talk about Talmud, that is the practical book. While Tanakh, which includes the Torah, is considered the sacred text of Judaism, many other important manuscripts were composed in later years. These offered insights into how the Tanakh should be interpreted and documented oral laws that were previously not written down. One good example is Talmud. Talmud is written in Aramaic language, and it comprises of rabbinic conversations that is studied. It contains teachings which interpret and expand Torah law to make it relevant in the daily life. The laws of Kashrut, also referred as the Jewish dietary laws, are the basis for the kosher observance. These rules were set forth in the Torah and explained in the Talmud. The Hebrew word kasheru literally means fit, and the kosher laws concern themselves with which foods are considered fit to eat. Talmud is certainly the authority body of Jewish traditions, and Talmud talks about its observance in the practical life. Let us now talk about views expressed in Talmud, views on leaders or kings at that time. They are leaders now. Are leaders born or made? Central to this response is the biblical understanding that men and women are created in the image of God. Because men and women are created in His image, they possess the communicable attributes of God, and that these attributes are the true source of leadership. Leaders are neither born nor made. Leaders are created. Because we are created equally in His image, we are all leaders. As such, each of us has the responsibility to bear God's image, that is, to reclaim the long-lost image of God and apply the attributes given to us by Him into every arena of life. God will judge both governors and citizens, both governors and the subjects of their reign for how they carry themselves. God holds human beings accountable for their actions. He will judge kings, that is leaders now, for how they govern. He will judge their subjects or citizens for how they respond to the government. This is important. We in Judaism talk about the Judgment Day. Hindus talk about Chitragupt, who keeps account of good deeds and sins, and at the gates of heaven the soul is requested or told what good deeds or sins he or she has made. Famous Jewish quotes. Jewish voices have a long history of demanding justice for the poor and oppressed. Hate evil and love good, and establish justice in the gate. Let justice well up like water, righteousness like an unfailing stream. This is by the prophet Amos. The Talmud and the other traditional rabbinic texts also remind us that we have an obligation to speak up when we see injustice in the community. At a time when the community is suffering, no one should say, "I'll go home, eat, drink, and be at peace with myself." We should protest against the wrong in society. Naturally, we are talking about the society in general and also our country. Many of us must have watched the Hollywood movie of 1956, The Ten Commandments. There is a lovely movie which is made even afterwards, and importance of 10 commandments today are known to all. The 10 commandments influence life today in that they are important aspects of today's legal and political systems because they serve as indications of how people should behave to maintain harmonious relationships in society. Quotes from Talmud: join the company of lions rather than assume the lead among foxes. It is better to be an equal among lions, means moral people, than be a leader of foxes, that is wicked and cunning. To break an oral agreement which is not legally binding is morally wrong. Keep your word, that is important. Loving kindness is greater than laws, and the charities of life are more than all ceremonies. No use celebrating when you yourself are not kind and not charitable. Who is wise? One who learns from all. That means we should not repeat the mistakes of others and ourselves, and also learn whatever is good in others.
Now we'll talk about Jews and India. The history of Jews in India reaches back to ancient time. Judaism was one of the first foreign religions to arrive in India in recorded history. Indian Jews are a religious minority in India, but unlike many parts of the world, have historically lived in India without any instances of anti-Semitism from local majority population. The better established ancient communities have assimilated many local traditions through cultural diffusion. While some Jews state their ancestors arrived in India during the time of the Kingdom of Judah, others identify themselves descendants of Israel's 10 lost tribes. It is estimated that India's Jewish population peaked at around 40,000 in the mid-1940 and began to rapidly decline due to immigration to Israel after its creation in 1948. There are about 10,000 odd Jews all over India, including 3,000 Marathi-speaking Bene Israelis in Maharashtra and other regions. Many Bene Israelis traveled to Pakistan before independence and settled in Karachi and Rawalpindi and other small places, but they migrated back to either India or Israel after creation of India and Pakistan.